Welcome everybody tonight to the Thunderstruck Super Series Tour Mod Division on Wednesday nights. This is Rebels Racing Network, and I'm Eddie Smith. And tonight we are excited to get going, have some awesome racing in the Kender's Fall Protection 125 here in Lakeland, Florida at USA International. Really excited to get this race going tonight. Last week was a barn burner, a lot of fun, guys. Really racing hard there at the end. And tonight I expect more of the same as everybody is out tonight. A lot of familiar faces in the field tonight, getting ready to battle it out for this win. And qualifying is just about over, and we'll get the grid going. It looks like we were going to have 15 people from qualifying transfer straight, and we only have 16 people, so that means one person will have a I think it'll skip that race. I hope it does. Either that or we'll have a B main with one person in it. But we'll see how all that plays out once qualified and finishes up. We've got about 1 minute. Just want to talk a little bit about tonight's sponsor, Kender's Fall Protection. Whether you're at work or you're at home, fall protection is always an important thing to have in your arsenal. And Kender's Fall Protection, they offer helmets. So if you fall head first, you protect that precious noggin of yours. Knee pads, elbow pads. That way you can protect your joints. They even have harnesses and stuff that as you fall down, it will try to catch you. And in the event that you actually do fall, they have things like inflatables that will catch you, and that way you don't get whiplash and things like that. So very glad to have them on board tonight, Kender's Fall Protection, as they get ready to sponsor this race tonight. So to keep yourself from getting hurt, definitely reach out to them, get you some equipment, some things you need to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Well, all right. Well, if they don't skip this, it looks like we're going to have Gene Watkinson running a B main to see if he can get into the field, and he does grid it up. So we're going to watch Gene Watkinson go around the track here a few times. 20-lap little feature. What can you say about Mean Gene Watkinson? Well, I don't know. That's why I asked. If somebody knows what I could say, let me know, and I'll say it. But we're going to have about 20 laps here, as he does sort of a, well, I don't know what you call it. It's a lone wolf type thing, kind of solo run, kind of a time trial. He's giving a bump to the pace car, saying, hey, you want to race? Ain't got nobody else to race against. But you know what? Here at Rebel Racing Network, we are going to call the action, and that's what we're here to do. That's what we're asked to do. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to call this action on this very exciting B main, and I cannot wait to see who's going to win this and transfer into the feature race. It's well worth our time to run these 20 laps, and so I cannot wait to see who comes out on top. Pace car is off. Gene Watkinson out front right now, but Gene Watkinson looking to take the lead away from him to see what he can do. Green flag is out. Gene Watkinson gets single file, goes down into the first turn, gets those left sides on the apron, moves up just a little bit, but able to hang on to it. But Gene Watkinson is still coming, so Gene Watkinson's got to be careful and hang on to that top spot. But I don't think that Gene Watkinson is going to have a problem keeping it away from Gene Watkinson, because Gene Watkinson is most likely going to get that taken care of. Why do you think there is an issue with the microphone? Let me know. Why? Because I sound stupid? Well, that's not the microphone. That's just my voice. That's just my dumb voice. But y'all let me know if there is something wrong. If it sounds weird, I'll try to fix it. But you're taking away from the action here. Gene Watkinson really trying to hold off Gene Watkinson. And Gene Watkinson right on the bottom, but comes off of the bottom, holds that bottom line, trying to keep Gene Watkinson back there. But Gene Watkinson definitely holding that top spot with only 18 laps to go. He doesn't have that much time to hold off Gene Watkinson, but Gene Watkinson can definitely do it. As he's running sort of a middle line down the straightaway, but hugging that white line, or yellow line actually, on the bottom. But Gene Watkinson doing a great job. Your top 5 so far: Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson, and Gene Watkinson. Your top 5 right now. So not a lot of movement so far. Gene Watkinson started on the pole, but he is still leading the race. So about 16 laps to go, and Gene Watkinson is still in the lead. So Gene Watkinson's tires seem to be popping up, kind of going away just a little bit after a couple laps. He's starting to push up in the middle of the corner, and we're actually going to go on board with another driver tonight and see what they're doing, Gene Watkinson, as we get ready to go down into the turn and see what he's doing. And you see really cranking on the steering wheel. He's got to be careful, because after a few laps, Gene Watkinson's really going to run him down if Gene Watkinson keeps doing this. So going to have to be careful to take care of those tires a little bit easier. You seem to be hearing me on the broadcast. Running that low line off the corner, it's very important that he defends against Gene Watkinson. But Gene Watkinson doing a great job right now being in the lead. So, I mean, this is going to get annoying. 14 more laps of this. But, hey, stick with it. Y'all are making me do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to commit, just like Gene Watkinson is committing to that middle line down the straightaway and that bottom line. You see him really having to change up. He gets into one corner really easy. At one corner, he really has to crank it up. So he's dropping it just a little bit too hard in some. And perfect right there. Gene Watkinson definitely doing a great job. Gene Watkinson trying to move up through the field, but not really able to. Yeah, I hear you. Just tell me what it sounds like. Saying there's an issue, but I don't know what it sounds like, bud. Let me pull up the string myself. Renting when you talk. One ducking minor, what does it sound like now? Is it still the same? Let me know and I can fix it. Okay. Alright, I listened to it on my phone. It sounds good to me. Somebody else that's listening, Jesse, Brandon Wallace, Mike Wombold, whoever, let me know, because it sounds good on my phone. Somebody else pipe up, let me know if you're hearing the same thing. That way I can take care of that. But hey, we're going to call the action here, as it is getting really, really tight here for the lead. Gene Watkinson, Mike, who the hell is Mike? Gene Watkinson is fighting off Gene Watkinson here. And I tell you what, man, Gene Watkinson is still holding on to that lead, but Gene Watkinson definitely wants to get in there and get that victory. So who is it going to be as we get down to 7 laps to go? Is it going to be Gene Watkinson, or is it going to be Gene Watkinson? The top 5 hasn't really changed much. There's been a couple swap positions. Right now it's Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson, Gene Watkinson. But so far, not a really good race. I just think it's a lot of fun. So everybody's giving me the okay, so that means that we are good to go. So Mike Wombold, I think he might be doing a joke about how my voice sounds stupid. I don't know, like a renting when you talk. I don't know what that means. That sounds sexual. But if it is, I appreciate that. I like that a lot. Here we're going to try to see if Gene Watkinson can bring home this victory in this B main. I think it's important to get that out as you want to come away with a win tonight some way or the other. And I think Gene Watkinson has got it. I'd love to hear your thoughts in chat. Who y'all think is going to win this race? You know, with 4 laps to go, there's still a lot of things that can happen. You know, all kinds of action all over the track as Gene Watkinson still doing that middle lane off the corner. Seems really fast. And Gene Watkinson seems like he's letting off the gas a little bit. Maybe saving fuel. I wonder if Gene Watkinson has been able to save fuel and get it done. Mean Gene, absolutely. Seems to be running off the pace a little bit, trying to save a little gas. Is he going to be able to save it, or is Gene Watkinson going to be able to run him down? Who has saved the most fuel? We're going to find out in just 3 laps. Coming to 2 laps to go. I cannot wait to see this finish. Move over, Formula One. You thought you had the best finishes. Nope. Gene Watkinson, Mean Gene himself, bringing the exciting finishes. So as he comes down, he's going to come and get the white flag. Is Gene Watkinson going to be able to hold on to that lead? And he does. That's white flag. Why am I saying that? I just have a feeling that Gene Watkinson is going to win this race. He comes off the corner a little bit loose. Going to have to be careful. Get it back to the checker flag as he comes down into the last turns. Turn 3 and 4. And I think Gene Watkinson is going to win the B main and transfer to the feature. Congratulations, Gene Watkinson. What a great race. And quickly we jump into that. And we're going to hit the grid as soon as everybody gets transferred over. We got a little bit of a warm-up, but yeah, I think we need to talk to Gene and see what he's got going on. Where is Gene Watkinson? Gene, this Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Gene, that was a tough race. You know, I was calling that B main, and you know, it looked like you had the car to beat out there. Kind of talk me through that little B main and what you need to do to try to transfer into this feature. Okay. Gene, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Gene, it looked like it was a tough race out there. Tell me what you had to do to get this car into the feature and take away that win.
Well, I had to protect the bottom. Everybody told me to protect the bottom, and that's what I did. And couldn't let nobody buy me on the outside either. I didn't have to hardly block anybody. I ain't going.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was very impressive to watch you do that. Man, you were extremely fast. Now, talking about this race, you're able to make it into the feature by winning that B main. What do you got to do to get the win tonight in the feature?
Well, I know I'm starting in the back, so I'll just wait and see what happens and wait towards the last few laps and then make my move.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, Gene. Well, congratulations and good luck in this feature.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Woo. Well, there you have it. Mama Ellington in chat coming in hot saying that was so dumb. Oh, my goodness. Mama Ellington, take it easy on us tonight. Well, all right. Well, warm-up is over. We get ready to grid for the race. Let's go ahead and bring the grid up, and let's talk through it real quick. Mike Hasty on the pole with a fantastic lap, almost a tenth faster than anybody else. Mike Wambold, our points leader, in second. Mike Steffen in third. Fourth, Kevin Anderson. Kai Schapper with a great qualifying effort in fifth. Garrett Kender starting sixth. Josh Oswald starting seventh. Michael Swink starting eighth. Matt Telder starting ninth. Hemi Gherardini starting 10th. Jason Lottridge starting 11th. And Dave Jones starting 12th. 13th is Tyler Rice. 14th, George Fernandez. 15th, William Griffith. And 16th, Gene Watkinson, our B main winner. So there's your grid for tonight. Should be an exciting one. Like I said already, we're at USA International at night under the lights, getting ready to kick off this 125 lap race for the Kender's Fall Protection 125. So cannot wait to get this going. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I would imagine we're going to see some fantastic racing. So we got Sam Wetstein in chat. Sweatstein is out of town, so these guys can breathe a little bit easier tonight as they don't have sweaty Sweatstein in the race to contend with. So right now they're just going to deal with Mike Hasty and Mike Wombold and Mike Steffen. There's too many mics up front. We're going to have to break this up, guys. Not going to be able to do this. Just don't forget, as we're on this pace lap, if you have issues falling at work, falling at home, Kender's fall protection is your solution. Hard hats, elbow pads, knee pads, fall protection harnesses, little trampolines that you can fall on, maybe some whipped cream or pie or something, something to help you break the fall. They've got it, I can promise you. But the pace car getting ready to pull off, and we're going to get this thing going. Nope, still have one more lap, doing a bunch of talking, don't even know where we are. So I've got the filibuster for another half a lap, but I can definitely get it done. So, I'm a little worried. I haven't heard from Kevin Kender tonight. Oh, I did hear from Kevin Kender. All right, we're good then. We can go green. Mike Hasty brings us around as I change the camera angle at the right time. But a good start for both of these drivers is Mike Wombold and Mike Hasty side by side. Mike Hasty tries to make the bottom work, but not able to do it as Wombold holding strong on the outside. Ooh, they get very, very close there. But Wombold able to hold on to that top side for now. Let's go back through and let's check out all this good racing that we got going on. And you know what? These are not the right paint schemes. We'll fix that. They're all white right now, but they're going to reload. Trade paint's been messing up on me for a while, so I knew Garrett Kender wouldn't be caught in that ugly iRacing stamped car. There it is. Mama Ellingson, yeah, you don't really want to know what I think tonight. I'm very crotchety, so I keep my fingers to myself. Well, hey, I appreciate that. I definitely do. And she might be a little upset because I did accidentally last night in the Goat Locker Super Late Model Series get into the back of Jake Ellingson. So I may have a target on my back from Mama Ellingson tonight. And so I have to beg for forgiveness. I already reached out to Jake. I forgot to reach out to her. So I'll go ahead and apologize now. That was all me. But so far, Mike Hasty able to get out in front of Mr. Wombold. And Mike Steffen and Garrett Kender, I mean, they're all lined up pretty much nose to tail. Mike Hasty showing a lot of speed, though. Don't forget about people coming through the field. Matt Telder laying down the fastest lap last time by. So, I'm on the shit list. That's what I've been told. Well, you got to put a little bit of money in the swear jar after that one. Me and you both add a little bit to it. But so far, single file. Seems like this track, Hemi Gardini back here fighting with Jason Lottridge. Jason trying to clear him around the outside, doing a great job of getting it back going. Hemi kind of going backwards. So far, our biggest mover, Garrett Kender, up 2 spots. You see Kevin Anderson kind of shifting around back there. Let's go check in on our B main winner, Gene Watkinson, still in the 16th position, coming off on the middle. He's just saving his tires, taking his time, just a few seconds back. William Griffiths trying to work his way past George Fernandez here. Nice little gaggle of cars. Tyler Rice, really glad to see him because I really love his paint scheme. Can't get enough of it. If I had a paint award to give out, this would be the one. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Kevin Kender says, was it on the last lap? I don't know. No, are you talking about me wrecking Jake? No, it wasn't on the last lap, unfortunately. I just ran out of talent. But we got a battle up here with some guys with real talent. Mike Hasty, Michael Wombold all over the back end as he is trying to make a move on Mike Hasty, trying to find where he can make a little bit of speed here and get around him. Let's go on board. See, Hasty's they're both getting really good runs through the middle and entry, so driving pretty much equal here. Hasty's car seems to be really hooked up right now, so I don't really see any opportunities here for Michael to get around him, at the moment at least. Of course, there's 125 laps, no tire changes. Fuel is always kind of contested. We really don't know what the fuel run is going to be until towards the end when people start trying to save or pitting or whatever. But you got to make the tires last. You only get one set. But great racing so far, as these guys are all over each other. Mike trying to find his way. As soon as I get off the nose camera, he gets right on his back bumper. I really appreciate him doing that. But he's trying to get a run here off the corner to see if he's able to make it stick. Just not quite able to get a run off the corner. You know, it's a little bit too early to dive bomb, I think, you know. So you get a run, you try to jump down on the inside and out-brake the guy, but I think it's a little bit too early for that. Try to wait for him to make a mistake or just do what Mike's going to do, try to go on the outside, and he's able to make that stick. A lot of guys in the top 5. Oh, they get together. Oh, my goodness. I'm actually surprised about how much that got him out of shape. They barely touched. I don't know if that was a little bit of net code, but Wampo, that hurt him as he is out of shape. And, oh, my goodness, and needed a caution, and that's what he got. So, I don't know if that was intentional or if he just had too much damage and wasn't able to hang on to it. I don't know, but he got himself a caution. He needed it bad. He was in trouble. Mike Hasty stops in the track waiting on the pace car. Come on, Bodine, get her rolling. Well, that's going to change up a lot as we look down pit lane as both Jason Lottridge and Michael Wambo coming down pit late, coming to get their Michael's obviously going to get a fast repair, and we should see everything just immediately get fixed. Go ahead and get fuel. You know, I don't know. It looks like he's actually fixing the damage, so pretty interesting to see that. So it may have not been bad enough he needed to use a fast repair, but we'll keep an eye on that, as he's definitely going to be trying to charge through the field here, being one of the faster cars on the track. Well, we want to wish Mama Ellingson all the health in the world, as she's trying to feel better. Hope that you do. Ratchet Miller says when you need a caution, just dump it. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the stewards don't really give you much option. You got to get you a little itchy leg and reach down there and scratch it, and hey, you just might lose control. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want Michael to look back at this broadcast, think that I'm accusing him. It's just for joking around, having fun. So definitely not accusatory. I don't know what was happening behind the wheel. Hell, half the time I'm just making up stuff. No, sweat sign, we ain't going back for a look. It's all good. Well, all right. Well, going to have about 105 laps to go, 104 laps to go. Mississippi Education come on. As let's see if Mike Hasty can hang on to it. Oh, Garrett Kender gives Mike a little shove, said, let's go, brother. You're going to get, man, and that's why, because he's going to get beat by Mike Stefan, depending on how sexy he is today. as Garrett Kender trying to get under Kevin Anderson, but that top line seems to really work on cold tires. And we saw Wambold actually try to make a pass up there and was going to complete it until him and Hasty got together. So going to be interesting to see if that top line is something that's usable. Guys saw that pass and saw that it's definitely possible. Oh, we see the 51 of Michael Swink getting to the wall, and guys are trying to avoid him, and oh, he goes down to the inside wall, and caution is out again as Michael Swink goes around. Well, hell, let's go back and see what happened. Oh, it's a tale as old as time. That left front getting on the apron, and boy, it gets the car so out of shape, and you'll see as he's trying to get under Josh Oswald there, English, and gets loose, tries to catch it, but it's too far gone as he's out of the groove and pushing up towards that wall, and those tires grab that wall, and he is gone. He's going to have to come in and get a fast repair, I can tell you that right now. And there he is coming down pit lane right now. See two cars coming down pit lane, Tyler Rice, Michael Swink. Coming down. Need to get repairs, Michael Swink for sure. I'm not sure what Tyler Rice is doing. Maybe getting a little bit more neon fluorescent paint on that bad boy. Swink comes down and gets that fast repair, and he gone. Mike Hasty, though, still our leader. Top five has changed just a little bit with Wambold, going, having that accident. And but Mike Hasty still leads. Mike Steffen up to second. Garrett Kender up 3 spots. That's got to be scary for a lot of folks. Kevin Anderson there in fourth, but he's going to have to be looking out his rear view mirror. Kevin Anderson is, because Matt Telder is on his way. You see him there in that blue. I guess it's the blue deuce, huh? Baby blue deuce. But he's up 4 spots. Started 9th up to 5th. So he is working his way up there. Want to shout out our actual main sponsor, and that's Shappy Edits, Kai Shepard. Does a lot of videos in Original Rebels, does videos for other broadcasting companies. Hadn't done one for, Rebel Broadcasting Network, but that's okay. Hey, we heard you did a video for Intensity, didn't do one for Rebel Racing Network, but that's okay. Hey, look, I'm not hurt by it. But Shappy Edits, man, does a great job. And they are the series sponsor this season and last season too, so definitely always happy to have them on board. But here we go, get ready to go back green. Garrett Kender giving a little shove there with that. Mike Hasty just not able to get going. I don't know if it's because Kender, I don't know if is Steffen jumping the restart. I'm not really sure what's going on, or if he just fall asleep and missed the green flag, because once the green flag comes out, I'm not, every league does rules differently, so I'm not 100% sure on Thunderstruck's rules. As far as I know, that it is not a rule. When the green flag comes out, it's fair game. You can pass whoever you want, as long as it's on the outside. So as far as I know, unless I'm told different, Steffen probably went on the green flag, and looks like Hasty just did not go. So Hasty loses the lead on the restart. The last restart, he kind of was a little bit slow too. So I don't know if green's coming out a little bit earlier than he expects, or what's going on. But maybe under one of these cautions, we'll get Hasty in here and talk to him. But let's check in on Wambold here as he's going to the inside of Kai Shepard. Was all the way in the back and has tried to work his way back up through the field. You see Henry Gardini get into the wall there, and he is going around. And oh no, Michael Swink just got that car fixed, and we are under caution again as Hemi goes around, climbs that wall a little bit, that 117 machine, and you can see that Nerf bar on the front. It's a little wavy. He's waving to the crowd out there, so got to come in and get that fixed, or don't. Who cares, you know? Michael Sweet coming back down pit road again, and I know you see his nerf bar is a little wavy as well, so he's going to come down and get some of that damage repaired. Just caught that right front pretty good. That's not a good place to hit. Mama Ellingson said in chat, does Gene get points for all 10 positions in the B main? And I think it's a great idea, honestly. I think he just gets the whole collective. As we see Michael Swink going a lap down here as he is on pit road trying to fix his damage. Hemi elects not to come down pit road. So our first lap down car of the night, Michael Swink, unfortunately, just used his fast repair, comes back on track, and then gets collected in the next incident. So tough deal. You hate to see that. Really, really tough. I have to give a shout out to Michael Swink. I mean, he's going a lap down, going to go a couple laps down, stuck in the pits for now. Looks like his race is probably going to be over, but he did win the late model race on Monday night. So tough night tonight, but he still got his head held high as he is still a winner this week. So I think what he's doing, he just didn't want to be greedy. He didn't want to win all the races this week, so he decided to get caught up in a couple incidents. And I tell you what, I'm trying to think of the word. Y'all know what I'm saying. That's cool. That's cool for him to do. But no takers down pit road. Like I said, no tire changes. Don't know the fuel situation. Sometimes we have fuel issues. Sometimes we don't. You know, guys who have come down pit road, topped off fuel, they're probably going to be good to go. Lights are off on the pace car. Definitely want to shout out our race sponsor for tonight, Kender's Fall Protection. If you need to protect your head when falling, they've got some really good deals on helmets. Keep your head safe, no concussions. Don't want to get any brain damage from falling forward. So congratulations to them for being a sponsor. Definitely reach out to them if you need some sort of fall protection. We got a great start here by Mike Steppen. He's definitely not sleeping. Is Kevin Anderson going to come along with him? Mike Casey just struggling on restarts as Kevin Anderson really has to get off. Oh, and they are 3 wide back here for 4th place as Josh Oswald's going to sneak through there. Last season champion. Mr. Where did he come from? Coming through that field, and he moves up into the 4th position, but Matt Telder sneaking up in there as well. We talked about him on that last caution. He is somebody to be reckoned with as he has been fast. As these two guys are side by side, they're going to start. They can't figure it out. These guys behind them are going to be all over each other. See Garrett Kender get real close. Matt Telder going to go to the outside saying, well, if you're not going to figure it out, I'm going to make you figure it out. You're going to try to make it work around that high side. Getting real close. That's what we like to see on short track racing is guys trying to get close. Steffen doing a great job of holding that bottom, though. He may be able to clear him here. And unfortunately for Matt, it's going to open the door on the bottom. So at this point, if he doesn't clear Steffen, which he's not going to do, that's really going to open the door. But it looks like he's going to catch Josh Oswald slipping off that corner a little bit and be able to jump down to the bottom. So that's allowed Mike Hasty to re-grab this lead, get a little bit of space there. As we got people cheering in chat, got a Kender. And absolutely, he's up in the top 5 making moves, but some guys have been making a little bit more moves, so Matt Telder moves out of the groove a little bit as Josh Oswald able to get on the inside. How hard is Matt going to have to fight? See, he gets real close to that 17 machine as it come off the corner. The top side's going to start fading, I believe. Although we did see Wombold able to make a pass, so just depends on how your car is set up. This is an open setup series, so Matt's going to try to sneak it in there. Got to be careful with that, and he does a great job of getting down in line. So Matt was on the way forward. Going to have to calm down a little bit, get that car, get settled down, and get back in his groove because he was headed forward. But you see some new players, Josh Oswald, and you see William Griffith there in that blue Toys R Us car, making his way up into the picture as he is showing a lot of speed, running some really fast lap times, and Kai Shepard as well. So pretty much everybody up here, you can throw a blanket on them as far as lap times. The whole top 8 running in the 19-second bracket. So a lot of speed. You see Garrett Kender all over the back end of Matt Telder trying to figure out. It seems like passing is really, really tough. We saw Wombold trying to I don't know what happened to Wombold. I didn't see anything up here on my list showing that he had an accident. But he gone. Anyway, we go back and watch this battle for 4th place. Let's go up front. As I saw it in my peripheral is Mike Steffen getting on the back bumper. Mike Hasty. Now we see down here in the information. Is Steffen going for a pass here under Mike Hasty? Is he going to be able to clear him? Is Mike going to be able to hold him off? How hard are they going to fight? I think Mike's got to fight pretty hard because passing is shown to be difficult. Steffen really gets off the gas there. I'm not sure what was going on. Josh Oswald almost run over him, but he's still able to get that run off the corner. And Mike going to hold on to that spot. Great racing, guys. I'm not sure what happened to Steffen there as he seemed to got out of it really early. As Garrett Kender was able to get by Matt Telder. And as soon as I said it, Matt sends him into the corner, but what a save by the 13 machine as, man, he got sent there. We'll actually go back and look at that. We'll do the and go backwards and see what happened there. So 2 guys fighting hard there. Having an accident, but Garrett Kender with a incredible save, able to hang on to it. And he's back on the charge as I can't get the cameras to work at all. Just horrible work by me, Garrett Kender, on the move. Let's pay attention to that. He got him a little shove there going into the corner, but now it looks like he's going to lose a spot to William Griffith. He's going to try to let him go and get back in line. I'm sure if Garrett Kender gets back to Matt Telder at some point, he'd probably be willing to repay the favor. We'll see what happens there. But we go back up front. Guys that have been up front all race long: Mike Hasty, Mike Steffen, and then Josh Oswald just hanging out. Josh Oswald with a lot of experience in short track racing and knows how to manage a race. In the 87 series, the Retro Cup series, he was running at Darlington. He was running in the mid-20s, about 25, 26th place, and hates Darlington. Never shied away from telling us how much he hates Darlington, and at the end of the race, finished 8th. So, hell of a run. So he knows how to get them done, be there at the end. Got nice battles all over the track. I hate to take away from this because every time I go away from a battle, somebody passes somebody. But nice little battle here for the lead. 3-car little breakaway as they are running up on to Gene Watkinson. See if they can get by him or be main winner. And they were able to get around him. It's weird. Just short of halfway so far. A great green flag run here. As we check out lap times, last time by, we'll actually check them at the line here and see who is running the fastest. Right now, Josh Oswald, Mike Steffen ran the exact same time. Kai Shapper, the fastest car on the track. He's got a little bit of clean track, though, so he can get that little bit of extra. These two up front, though, running second and third, they are really laying down some fast lap times. But Mike Hasty, obviously in the lead, is running fast as well. And that time by, he was able to take the fastest lap on the track. So it seems to be kind of going back and forth. Just seems like it's going to be hard for Steffen to pass just because it doesn't seem like you're able to get a run off the corner. And as I said that, he did get a good run. And he's going to look down to the inside and definitely wasn't close enough to send it just yet. Not late enough in the race. We get on board with Mr. Stefan and see if we can see where Hasty is better. Maybe he's a little bit better. You can see he's rolling the center pretty good. It's what's so hard about short track racing, if I were to be honest about my feelings about it. You can't run over the guy if he takes a good entry, and then if you roll the center better than the guy, it's really awful because you can't do anything with it. You can't just run through the guy. You can maybe on the last lap, but here you're not able to do that. So you roll the center really good, and then you have to get off of it a little bit right as the guy in front of you is getting on the gas. And that makes it almost impossible to get a run on a fella. So you have to start moving around, trying to find some speed, finding some grip. But if I know these drivers like I do, some of them willing to wait, be patient, and save that for the end of the race, because these tires, if you start abusing them, start really putting the pressure on them, they will go away quick and you don't get them back. So you just have to be patient, knowing that there's 125 laps. We're just over halfway, and so there's plenty of time, especially for these drivers who are right on top of each other. Plenty of time to wait. See if if you're Steffen, you're waiting to see if Mike Hasty's going to make a mistake. If he does, you drive right on by him. If you're Josh Oswald, you're doing the same. You're hoping these guys maybe get together. Maybe both of them make a mistake and you take advantage of it. So you just see Steffen going to look down to the inside, but Hasty going to drive it deep down in the corner and hold on to that spot. Let's check back here. For fourth place is William Griffith is making a pass for fourth. He's up 11 spots. All right, and we are back just in time for a caution. I apologize as Matt Telder looks like he got into the wall and was trying to get it wrapped up and got a little help there by Garrett Kender, so we are under caution. On lap 78, Mike Hasty still our leader. I apologize for the no, I didn't fall asleep. I had a little small emergency to take care of at the house, so I apologize about that, guys. Never had to do that before, but had to take care of something real quick. Had to run, take care of it, and I tell you what, I'm glad that I had Kender fall protection to keep, I had, non-slip shoes on. That way I didn't slip and fall. Had my helmet on. That way I didn't hit my head. And so shout out to Kender Fall Pro for keeping us all safe. No, I definitely not. Well, we'll try to get caught up on this race a little bit. Some things that happened. Of course, Michael Swink, multiple laps down. Mike Wombold, I'm not really sure what happened to him. He got disconnected at one point, and he's coming back, and he's back on track. The car looks good, but he has multiple laps down. Let's actually see how many laps down he is. He is 7 laps down under our fourth caution, so effectively out of the race. So just kind of running around having fun. Not really sure what happened. I missed that. I don't know if he got disconnected because he was there. I didn't see any incidents, and he was just gone. So not real sure what happened to him. Michael Swink, 36 laps down, trying to get some damage repair. Probably went in and had some required repairs. So multiple laps down. G. Watkinson, we saw him go a lap down on the track. So it looked like Garrett Kender came down pit road. I think he might have had a little bit of damage, so goes down and fixes that car up. Let's actually talk to Garrett Kender, and let's see if we can figure out what happened there. Hey, Garrett, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Eddie.
Hey, we saw you went down pit road. What were you doing, trying to get some damage fixed?
No, I didn't go down pit road. I took an EOL on that last one. I dove in pretty hard on Tilder there, and I think I ended up tail slapping him, getting him spun out of shape.
10-4. Well, I mean, you still got plenty of time to get back up there. You seem pretty quick. What you think? You gonna be able to do it?
I'll be able to make a few spots here, top 5 maybe if I'm lucky, but I don't think I got anything for the win here tonight. So just gonna get what I can get and see how it turns out.
All right, then, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Take an EOL like a man. Get in contact with Matt Telder. Takes the EOL, and we'll have some work to do to get back through the field. But I tell you what, I think Mike Hasty looked like he was struggling there for at the initial start. Let's see if he gets this restart down and able to get going. But definitely in that long run, he was starting to pull away there during that broadcaster break. William Griffith was up. Did he get caught up in that wreck? If y'all go back and watch this, I'm so sorry. I just had to take care of something, and I missed some stuff. But I can't tell if Griff went down pit road or what happened. But he was getting into the top 4 and has dropped back a few spots. But he was pretty quick. Let's see if he's able to make up some of that time as he's going around the outside of George Fernandez. William Griffith looks like he's hooked up. If he can keep his car clean, I think he's fast enough to run these guys down. You see him going to the outside, trying to make those passes work. Oh, there you go. Gets into the wall a little bit. Gonna have to be careful. That's what you got to avoid. Overdriving it, knowing that you're pretty fast. you got to give it a little bit of time. Let's check in on Jason Lottridge. He's side by side with Kai Shepard. Jason dives down into the corner, able to take that spot. So move Jason Lottridge up into the top 5, having a great run, taking advantage of some guys' misfortune, and slowly moving his way up to the front. But great battles going on all over the track as William Griffith is on the move. Going to keep an eye on him and Matt Telder as they are working together. It seems like because they are one of them will pass it, and the next guy will pass right after it. William Griffith all over the back end of Dave Jones in that 10 Mellow Yellow machine as Dave Jones comes down and claps William Griffith down in the middle of the corner. Don't want to make it too easy, I guess, for Griff. Hopefully it didn't damage his car too much. Griffith's falling into the clutches of Matt Telder. David Jones goes way up the track. Hopefully he doesn't come down to hit somebody, and it gets close, and has to be careful, Dave. Gets up out of the groove. He's now, Matt Telder all over the back end. Matt Telder maybe took a little shot there, but missed. Getting a little aggravation. Keep an eye on this battle for 8th right here as Garrett Kender trying to take advantage of that situation, trying to get past Dave Jones. Just seems like passing is really, really difficult. See how much wheel Garrett Kender is putting into the car, he sees Davey kind of sliding up in the middle, trying to take advantage of that. Davey doing a great job of getting that car going. Let's go back up front and check out what's going on. It's still the same 1, 2, 3 that we've had for a while. They've actually pulled away from the pack again. So these guys definitely have their cars dialed in like they need to be. But I'll tell you what, if William Griffith, a couple of these guys can get up towards the front, get some track position, I think they're going to be hard to deal with, I can tell you that. But top 3 kind of, it's almost like they're drafting. They're just running so equal that they're just running together. It's hard to say if you know these 2 behind are just a little bit faster and Mike just can't get around him, or if they're just running the same lap times. But time is running out. I mean, if you're Mike Hasty, you're in the best spot because you don't have to try to pass nobody. You've got the position. And so as we come to lap 96 of 125, seems like there's a lot of laps left. But, man, these things click off fast, just under 20 seconds a lap. So if you wait around too long, that opportunity is going to close at some point, especially if you're Josh Oswald. Of course, Josh doesn't need to win every race. Winning races is great, but Josh is pretty content at point racing. That's why he's got so many championships. So he'll definitely keep his car clean, but, man, it sure does feel good to win. So if you're going to try to get that win, you got to go as soon as possible because not only do you have to pass Mike Casey, but you also have to pass Mike Steffen. So up front, still the same. Doesn't seem to really be changing anytime soon, just guys mirroring each other. We'll watch for about half a lap and see. Oh, and Mike Hasty does get loose. Steffen trying to get on the inside. Let's see if Hasty can dive it down deep in there and hang on to it. Gives them the bottom, but able to get the run off the corner. And now they're really, really tight. Let's see what's going to happen here as I was about to cut away and miss all that, but let's see what's going to transpire here. It looks like Hasty gets it back going, able to hang on to that lead. We'll check in on William Griffith up 10 spots from where he started again as Dave Jones goes around. as we're under caution with 25 laps to go. What happened? Let's go back up here and look. Garrett Kender still behind Dave Jones. They had moved up, caught up to the back end of Jason Lottridge, and looks like Dave was driving down the corner, scooted up a little bit. The back end started coming out, and Garrett Kender was there. So back that up one more time, just see what happened there. Yeah, you can see Kender saw him push up, was trying to get in there, and it would have been fine if Davey didn't get a little bit loose here. You see that car start to yaw out a little bit, and once that happens, the car slows up pretty quickly. And unfortunately for George Fernandez, he just nowhere to go there as Davey comes back down the track. So Garrett Kender, Dave Jones, George Fernandez, all three involved in that wreck, are going to go down pit road, get damage fixed. So another tough accident, just hard racing there. It's hard to say one or the other. But up front, still Mike Hasty. Steve McDonald says, if you're like me, it's a little too late to protect the head, and I understand that. But, hey, look, elbows and knees, you need some knee pads, some elbow pads. Kender's fall protection has those products that you need, slip protection on your boots, cones that you can put out. You can mark dangerous areas like walls and doors and floors. You can mark those areas. That way, you know, if you see it, you kind of, hey, I'm going to avoid that area. That way I don't slip and fall. But you got to watch out for those drywall walls. They'll catch you real quick. That's why a helmet is nice. You may already have some brain damage, but you don't want any extra. Joaquin Meza says in the last 20% of the race, I think we'll see Josh make a move here. I think you're right. I think he's been saving. I think he's been riding around, see where these guys are good and where they aren't, maybe where he's better, and we'll see him take advantage. He's got a good starting spot. Being in third on a short track, especially a track that USA is a little bit nicer, you know, on that second line, but the bottom line is still king. Being able to get that restart behind the leader who's going to get a good jump, that's a good place to be. Mike Hasty, though, hasn't really had that great of restarts the last 3 or 4 that we've had. So Mike Steffen could get another good jump on him. Well, when we go green, we're going to have 20 laps to go, 20 laps to settle it. I don't think it'll be our last caution, but we're going to see. As I tell you, who is glad to see that caution is William Griffith, who is running 5th, man. Having a great run. If he can keep that car clean and be patient, take his time, he's definitely fast enough to get up there and contend for the win. You just got to keep his car together. We saw him driving it really, really hard, getting in the wall a little bit. Can't do that. So if he can keep it clean, I think he's a contender. Mike Hasty heard me on the broadcast. Gets a great jump there. Actually kind of surprised Josh Oswald as he is going to lose. Oh, man, he could have had that position there, but just had to be careful as Kevin Anderson is working on the outside there. So Mike Steffen and Hasty able to get away. But Josh is able to clear Kevin as we see if Griff can get up under Kevin Anderson and get a run on him. Not quite. So getting single filed out here. You see Matt Telder under Kai Shepard. As I have no idea who's going to win this race. Hasty has done such a great job, but man, there's some hungry hippos behind him. That's stupid. Don't laugh at that. I think if William Griffith can get around Kevin Anderson, I think he's got something. Kevin hasn't shown the speed to win the race tonight, but I tell you what, William Griffith has. He is just as quick or quicker than the leader has been the last couple laps. We got Garrett Kender in the booth. Kender, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Eddie.
He's sitting on pit road, man. You seem to be watching, so he decided to jump up here and watch some of the action.
Yeah,
Tough race, man.
Yeah, the old two EOL rule got me. Dove in a little bit on Davey, and he just got a little bit loose in front of me. I wasn't expecting it, and ended up running him over a little bit. So took it down pit road, parked it, and I'm going to finish this race watching from the pits.
Well, it's an exciting one up front, and I'm glad to have you as the race sponsor tonight. I don't know if you've seen it so far, but Kender's Fall Protection 125 is what we're calling the race, and man, so y'all have got some hard hats, you've got some knee pads, elbow pads. I think you got some mouth guards to keep you from biting your teeth if you were to fall. That's on the job site at home, either way, So you've got all kinds of products. Kind of talk to me about those products. Oh, we got a crash, though, as Jason Lotridge goes around. You have to wait on it as we go check in to see what happened. Jason Lotridge fighting with Matt Telder. Gets a little bit out of the groove, but so far so good. And they just kind of meet there. Not really sure what happened. Like Matt Telder was going up to make the corner, and Lotridge was coming down just a little bit, and they kind of met. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of different entry lines that you can take going into these turns. So these middle entry stuff, that seemed to be working pretty well for me, where I'm not entering all the way up off the wall. But that might have been what Lotridge was going for there. Not 100% sure, but I know Telder. I was running around him quite a bit tonight. He likes to kind of arc it in and then shoot it down to the bottom. So unfortunately, those two lines don't mesh very well together when you're running side by side.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It just kind of come together at the last second there, and it doesn't take much, especially on iRacing. It seems like you can get real close to somebody, and you don't think you hit them, Garrett. They call it net code. Sometimes that happens.
I am well aware of what net code is, unfortunately.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, and you don't want it to
does.
happen, and that's the nature of online racing. We blame iRacing, we blame the internet. Definitely not the drivers. Sometimes not their fault.
Not at all.
Kevin Kender says hi, G, in chat.
What's up, Pops?
But yeah, I mean, we're coming down to the end. We're going to have about 10 laps to go, a little 10-lap shootout, and try to finish this thing up. And I tell you, Garrett, Mike Hasty, Mike Steffen have been up front all race long, have really kind of shown to be two of the best drivers in the field. But Josh Oswald made his way up towards the front, has been the back end of this trio the last few green flag runs. Was caught sleeping a little bit on that last restart, but this time he's going to start third on the inside line. What do you think about Josh? You think he's saved enough to try to get up there and take the lead?
I think he's saved enough. Unfortunately, with how this track's set up, it's 3/4 mile track, so there's a lot of gearing difference you can do. You can set your car up to get good drive off, good top end speed, or kind of the middle ground. I think Oswald's in the middle ground, and especially late race, you want to have good drive offs. When that guy in front of you washes up off the track, you can cut underneath and hang a quarter panel on him and try and get underneath him for that next turn. I'm pretty sure the 72 and the 669 run the same gearing, because they're pretty identical on their exit speed off these turns, and Oswald is just lacking just a little bit on it. So if anything's gonna happen there, there's gonna have to be a mistake up front for Oswald to make a move.
Yes, I've seen that from Steffen, as he is, he's able to maybe to roll the center just a little bit better. But I said early in the race, Hasty, all he has to do is just hug that yellow line, and even if you roll the center better, it doesn't matter. You can't pick up the gas and get into the back of the guy, and you definitely don't want to risk pushing up the track and climbing the wall on exit. So
you're exactly right.
Yeah, passing seems to be really, really tough. We've seen guys go around the outside. Wombold was, before he got caught up in that wreck, he was actually going for the lead on the outside. So some folks have the setup, I think, to be able to do that, but just haven't seen that materialize up front. But the lights are out on the pace car, getting ready to go green for this 8-lap shootout to the end to see who's going to take home the victory in tonight's Kender's Fall Pro 125. I tell you what, William Griffith talked about him a little bit. He's been flying. He's drove all the way up to the front, fell back a little bit, and drove all the way to front again. So I'm definitely got my eyeball on him.
Oh, playing some restart games. Looks
Yeah.
like Mike Hasty gets another great jump, though.
Yeah,
Another great jump from Mike Hasty. He
Oh,
just
no!
they're wrecking in P3.
Josh Oswald, Kevin Anderson get together, and oh my goodness, that is tough. Let's go back and see real quick what happened there. There was a checkup. You're right, they were playing some games there, and I can't really tell what exactly happened. Everything looked clear. Everything looked good. Yeah, I don't know.
It almost looks like they just kind of came together. I think Oswald was expecting Anderson to maybe be up on the wall a little higher.
Yeah, I think
but Anderson
right.
was following right in the footsteps of the 669. 669 started kind of moving low, and he moved low with him, and they just kind of met in the middle, unfortunately. That was a hard hit, too, on that inside wall.
Oh, yeah, you're going to feel that one in the morning. Golly. And Jason Lotcher just sneaking by. Gene Watkinson not able to get past that wreck. Just plows in the back. And it looks like Kevin Anderson, I don't know if he's using his fast repair, but he is smoking on this replay. So he's going to have to come in and see if he can get a fast repair and get that thing fixed up. Not sure it's going to matter. It's going to put him all the way at the back. But he can at least try to get his way through there. Yet, I think you're right. I don't think it was he does get a fast repair. Yeah, it just seemed like guys racing hard there. Anderson was off the wall quite a bit. I think you're right. I think Josh was expecting to go out to the wall for the entry of the corner. So
especially when you're running the outside, that side-by-side race there, it's a lot of fun. I know Kevin Anderson and I, we went side-by-side for numerous laps about the midway point of the race, and it was all very cordial, very smooth. So I know there was no malicious intent or anything there. So unfortunate to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, man, I want to talk about him, and I want to, tell him how I think he can probably get this thing done, but I don't want to jinx him. So I'm not going to say who I might be pulling for. I hate to say that as a broadcaster, but up 12 spots from where he started, showing a lot of speed, in a pretty good starting position if he can time this restart just right. And
that's what kills me is he had zero practice coming in. He hopped in the session, had to go do some stuff with the family, and he hopped in. He didn't even run a qualifying race, a qualifying lap. He just made it in because of the low car count here tonight. And look at him up here. Just, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to tell you where he's running because that gives it away. But he's made up a lot of ground tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, I think. He's trying to get. I mean, I don't know. Has he ever had a win in the Tour Mod Series? I'm not aware of that. He didn't have one last season.
He has. He has. There's been a race. It was a while back. Can't remember if it was 2 seasons ago or when it was. But he has this weird knack, and we give him a hard time about it. Where the race he won, he actually dumped it twice, ended up a lap down, came back and won it. So we figure anytime he spins twice in a race, that he's a danger to win it. That's for sure.
Hell yeah, Bill Elliott method. I like that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. Mike has still shown the most pace, the best speed, and the inability of anybody to really get around him and pass him. So it's going to be tough. There's not enough laps. I think you're right. There's going to have to be a mistake by Mike for anybody to take this from him. He's going to get a good jump. And
Mike is such a consistent racer. He seldom makes mistakes. I've raced against him numerous times. And he's very consistent, runs his line, runs it clean, and he leaves it up to you to find a way around or stay behind him, one or the other.
Yeah, so we're going to get, we'll see. I'm going to, boop. No, not a green-white checkered, but pretty much one. And I tell you, though, Mike has, there's a couple restarts he struggled on, so he's going to have to make sure he get the last time by, he got a really good jump, so let's see if he can do the same thing this time by. Or if Mike Steffen actually got him on one of the restarts. Mike was a little slow getting going. The green came out, and Steffen was gone. So what's going to happen here is we're only going to have 2 laps to go. So we're going to get it's going to be a green-white checkered, but not official. And Mike gets a great start. Let's see if,
the quarter.
Yeah, Steffen. Oh, no.
Anderson was pinching down, looked like right there. Trying to pinch him down
that's
for
a
entry.
big one right there.
That's a big wreck.
Yeah. Ooh, that was tough.
Big wreck.
Well, I just to make the record clear, I didn't say his name. I didn't call him out at all. So definitely not me.
I don't feel well, you did earlier. We won't go there though. We won't put it on you.
Yeah, we're watching the replay now, and it just seemed like Steffen knew that he was there, kind of came down a little bit. They kind of touched wheels, and Griff was trying to get back up there, and Stefan just not going all the way out to the wall. Just similar to what happened on that last wreck where Stefan was trying to pinch the entry of the corner down a little bit instead of going out to the wall, and I think Griff expected him to go out to that wall. So another one of those deals where these guys are just racing hard, trying to get this victory, and they felt it kind of slipping away. You know, Stefan if he lets Griff go, you know, that's pretty much giving up the race. So don't fault anybody for racing hard, that's for sure. Just a couple guys just racing their guts out trying to win this thing. Just
Absolutely.
hate it. Just hate it. Just hate it for both of them.
So we've got some newcomers that are up at the front now that I'm quite interested to see how they handle it. Tyler Rice going to look like be restarting in P2, and Hemi's going to be restarting in P3. Both those guys, they've run fairly clean races. From what I heard, hadn't heard too much on the track chatter about them. And the guy that got taken out earlier, Oswald, he's back here in P4, so can't count him out if something drastic happens up front either.
Yeah, man. You know, Hemi's kind of a, you know, if he could ever clean it up, he's definitely fast enough, and he runs with the Roca guys. You see both the Roca Nation, but he just has some tough times getting into the wall. Just gets caught up in some stuff he makes, some stuff other people make, and if he can ever keep that car clean, you see that bumper, that Nerf bar on the front still waving. But Tyler Rice, I mean, he's definitely got the best paint scheme in my opinion. I love that
It's
one.
loud, isn't it? It's loud.
Oh man, it's bright. I got my sunshades on, but I like it.
That's
I
right.
like that. Yeah, I call it. It's like a highlighter. It's like a
It is.
little highlighter scheme. Yep. But yeah, so you're right. Newcomers, Tyler Rice up 11 spots, taking advantage of guys who've had some misfortune, and like you said, Josh Oswald there as well. So only 6 cars on the lead lap as it stands. So that's pretty wild, pretty crazy. A little bit, you know, unorthodox for this series. It's been sort of a messy race.
It has been, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, of course, me being a cause of 2 of those cautions, I can't speak on it just a whole lot. But it is what it is, I guess, at this point. These guys are going to go out here. They're going to send it. Looks like this is going to be the first attempt of a green-white checker. We're set up for 2 in this series. So hopefully we can get this thing taken care of, finish this thing under green, and have a good time.
Yeah, maybe have a new winner.
Maybe have a new winner. I'll be down with that.
Yeah, I'd like to see somebody new. I don't remember if Mike Hasty won last year. I know he hasn't won this year. So I would imagine, based on where everybody's at now and the people on lead lap, we're going to have a new winner no matter what this season. So that's good. It's going to be really exciting. But I tell you what, with all the wrecks that we've had and all the incidents, guys hitting the wall hard, you know what I'm glad they had? I'm glad they had helmets from Kender's fall protection and able to keep those noggins intact. So
That's right. That's one of our premier products over at Kender Fall Protection. Of course, we've also come out with our new line of bioluminescent paint. It only works under black light, so if you're ever in your house and you lose power, you got some black lights on, you can just click those things on. Paint the edges of your walls, your corners, your door jambs, everything. Those things just shine like the sun. That way you're not running into walls and stuff when your power's out.
absolutely. Great products there. Great products. Glad to have them on board. And here we go. Getting ready for the first green-white checker. This guys are getting ready to go, but Mike Hasty gets a great jump. That's what he's got to do. He's got to get that done. Josh Oswald needs to find him. Oh, and Hemi Gardini gets in the back of Josh Oswald. Josh able to save it, but that's going to take him pretty much out of the race. When we go back up front, as Tyler Rice was looking down the inside, this camera angle's horrible, so we're going to change it. But Mike Hasty going to come and get the white flag out for the Kender Fall Protection 125. Tyler Rice falling back just a little bit. Mike Hasty putting down some hot laps here. Is Tyler Rice going to be able to do anything on this last lap and take it away from Mike Hasty? But it does not look like it, as Mike Hasty comes around and takes home the victory. A dominating performance by Mike, starting on the pole, winning the race. All kinds of comers and goers. Guys coming up the field, dropping out, getting wrecked out. But Mike able to stay clean, and what a clean win by him. Congratulations, Mike Hasty, your winner. Well, not as exciting as last week's, you know, as far as the finish goes, but the race, Kender, I think had a lot of action. So, never know what you're gonna get in the Thunderstruck series, especially this car. Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get some interviews going. We'll go ahead. His Griff's going over the wall there. Let's go ahead and bring Mike Steffen in. Hometown, it says advance here, so I'm not really sure what that is, but let's talk to Mike and let's see. Mike, this Eddie and Garrett in the booth. You got us?
Hey, I got a copy.
Hey, well, man, third place finish. I know that's probably not what you wanted. You were running second for a long time. Definitely felt like you had a car that can win this race, and those last little restarts seemed to just be really, really tough. Kind of talk me through your race, man, and what what you needed maybe there at the end to try to take home this victory.
Yeah, no, it's just sorry, let me shut off crew chief. Yeah, just short track racing at its finest. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's just battling for position at the end there. Yeah, hey, I think Mike and I running pretty much the same set. Maybe a couple tweaks here and there, but yeah, it's a one groove track. So unless he makes a mistake, kind of difficult to get around guys, particularly that the first 100 laps or so. Getting through him would have been tough.
Well, Malky, you brought up an interesting point. Roca has been a very, very dominant team so far this season in Thunderstruck. How much of this team dynamic do you think helps out and plays out? And how much who's the ringleader? Who's the guy that's going over and saying, "Hey guys, this is kind of our game plan," or is it more of a team conglomerate saying, "All right, boys, let's get together, put our heads together, figure out this setup and what we're going to do tonight"?
That's a good question. No, there's not really like the ringleader. It's really just kind of collaborative effort. We just kind of go and have fun, and we know we have a little bit of knowledge with these cars from other leagues and just our own stuff. So we're pretty honed in. There's not a ton of changes we make week to week. Just some gearing and some stagger and stuff. Seem to have them pretty honed in to be at least really competitive weekly. So now it's just collaborative effort at the practice. We just kind of go through our setup sheets and then find out what kind of feels good for us, individually.
Well, man, congratulations, third place. Started third, finished third. Can't really beat that. It's a great points night. Anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs? The floor is yours.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, no, the Rocket Boys, Moneymakers Motorsports, and Cebulski Winterton.
All right, man. Well, good race.
Hey, thanks.
Cut him off. That's what I like to do. Well,
he gone.
Yeah, he gone.
He gone.
All right, well, let's bring in our second place finisher, Tyler Rice. Tyler Rice is Eddie and Garrett in the booth. You got us?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Man, hey, it's good to talk to you, man. You already won the paint scheme of the race. You win it every week that you run that highlighter scheme. But, man, what a great race. Taking care of your car, being there, being smart, and being moving up 11 spots to finish second. Man, what an incredible drive, man. Talk me through your race and how you were able to get there up to second there at the end.
First thing I got to say is, hallelujah, holy shit, where's the Tylenol after that one? Holy
That's right, baby.
Dude, that was insane. And how I come away second, I just had to take care of the car. And first half of the race, I had no pace, no good speed out of it, but the longer I went, the better I got, and I lifted off a 2 and shouldn't lift it off a 2 on that restart because I had the tires to go around him and lifted off a 2 trying to not wreck him, and I should have not lifted. So, it was fun. I had a good time, and hey, finally got a podium in the tour mod. So, we'll take that.
Well, yeah, man, that's outstanding. Tyler, it's always fun racing around you, and it was, to be completely honest, it was a lot of fun coming up here in the booth after I ended my race a little bit early and watching you finish this race up in P2. I was super excited for you. You've come a long way on these short tracks, man. It's been awesome racing around you. Who do you have to thank? Like, what's your go-to guy whenever you're looking at short track stuff? Like I look at guys like Oswald and Jason Warren and stuff. Do you have anybody that's kind of your rabbi, your Mr. Miyagi of such?
Well, I do got to shout Oswald out on that because we're coming to that restart and he's kind of coaching me because he was starting behind me. He's kind of coaching me on that restart, and give me a few pointers here and there. And he had them figured out on the restart, So he was kind of giving me the pointers that he had collected throughout the race since he'd been up there so long. And I looked at a lot of you guys that are just fast and try to imitate what the fast guys do, and try to get better out of that. If I can do what the fast guys do, then I'm better at the end of the day because of it.
Well, hey man, you did it tonight. Congratulations on that podium, man. I'm super stoked for you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and if you got any sponsors, any shout outs that you want to toss out there?
I just want to say a big thanks to Josh and Jason and all the ones that run this Thunderstruck League. And I moved over here, started racing with them the last season or season before, I can't remember. And it's been a blast. It's just kind of laid back, go hard, go short track racing, and have a good time. And it's just been fun. So shout out to those guys.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, congratulations on second place finish, man. That's awesome. And, man, go celebrate.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Second place. Let's get our race winner up here and talk to him, Mike Hasty. Mike, this is Eddie and Garrett in the booth. You got us?
I got you guys. How you doing?
Man, well, we are doing great, but, man, you are doing way, way better than we are. Congratulations on a dominating performance.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were up front all race long, keeping it clean, holding off guys. A lot of guys put some charges and really tried to take the lead from you, but you held them off. Kind of talk us through that race. How were you able to hold off everybody and just kind of talk about your race a little bit?
First thing is I could tell just in practice I was pretty quick, so I was really was hoping to get the pole so that I could kind of control the race a little bit. I know how fast Mike Wambold is. I want to apologize to him. I'm not sure exactly what happened. He was on the outside of me there about 10 or 12 laps in or somewhere, and I don't think I got into him. I'm not even sure he got into me, but I saw him go up high in there, 1 and 2 there. So I hope I didn't get into him. If I did, I apologize. I think it was a net code thing, though, but I'm not sure. But anyway, after that, man, it was just, trying to run clean as possible, trying to stay in front of everybody, trying to just be fast enough to stay away from everyone and slow enough to keep the tires. You know how it goes.
Well, that's an excellent point. That's something that not many people get the opportunity to think of because not many people get to lead basically the entire race. The ability you have to fight off numerous people that are coming to challenge you for the lead, whether it's the guys that started right behind you in the race and they're battling right off the bat, or halfway and past through the race, and guys that save tires and they're working their way back up through the field, trying to make something happen at the end. It's something that's really awesome to see you do, and man, you do it week in and week out. Every series that I'm around you in, it's just an absolute blast racing against you, having a good time with you. I don't really have any questions for you, man. I really don't. Just wanted to say, man, congratulations. That's awesome, and great win.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Sorry about your bad luck, and kind words. It means a lot. I haven't been as good, prior to maybe 6 months ago or something. I've really tried to focus on managing tires and not overdriving, and I feel like up until then that's what always was my weak point, and I would get beat towards the end of the race. So I really was just trying to manage but stay fast. It's hard to do. I guess I'm starting to figure it out maybe, and I'm just hoping I can continue doing it.
It looks like you got it figured out tonight. That's for sure, man.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You showed a lot of racecraft to be able to manage the whole race. I think that was what definitely won you the race. You were definitely fast. But there were guys who were fast, maybe faster, but just managing, not making mistakes, having good restarts. You had a couple restarts that were a little off a little bit, but you were able to recover, and after that, you were money. So
yeah, I was going to say, I definitely must have caught myself sleeping there, and Mike Steffen got by me on that one restart, and then a couple later. We had kind of 2 quick in a row there, and I was on the outside of him, and I could just see everybody immediately went down to the inside, and I was on the outside of him, and I was like, I either got to get by him or I'm going to get freight trained and be 12th. So I just gave it everything I had, and finally I got past him. So that was awesome. I didn't think I could do it, but I was just giving it what I could.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your first win of the season, man. Looking forward to a lot more, man. You showed a lot of poise, a lot of championship mentality tonight. So congratulations again, and go celebrate with the Roca guys. And you got anybody you want to thank? Any shout out sponsors, anything like that?
Well, we don't have any real life sponsors or anything, but yeah, the Roca guys, we just get together and kind of help each other get faster and work on stuff, and try to be clean and whatever. So always a good shout out to them. Hemi, he's a good buddy of mine in real life, and I got him into this a little less than a year ago, and man, he's come a long way. He just got himself a top 5, and I think that's absolutely awesome. I hope that he sees that and sees what he's capable of doing, because he's come a long way, and I'm really proud of him.
Well, congratulations again. Go celebrate with your boys, and you're the race winner for at least another week. So congratulations.
Hey man, that means everything. I've been wanting so bad to win one of these, but like I told you before, I'm not gonna spin someone to do it or anything like that. And man, it just means a lot. I try so hard every time, so this is cool. Thanks.
Well, there you have it. Mike Hasty taking home the victory tonight, having a great run, just a kind of a dominating performance. All the carnage seemed to be happening in his rearview mirror, and was able to get it done. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the top 5. We'll kind of go through the results and kind of show you where everybody finished, maybe. All right, well, maybe I'll just call it out. It ain't going to show up on the screen, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. But your race winner, of course, Mike Casey, Tyler Rice, Mike Steffen, your top 3. Kai Shapper with a great run, top 5 in 4th. Hemi Giardini in 5th. Josh Oswald able to recover from that incident towards the end of the race and finish 6th. Kevin Anderson 7th. William Griffith, 8th is a great finish from where he started, but I think he just had so much more. Had that late race incident. It's not a disappointing 8th, but man, I feel for him as he was trying to make a pass for 2nd there towards the end and just kind of got caught up in something. Gene Watkinson, hey, look at that. Congratulations by him finishing 9th. Our B main winner. Absolutely.
Outstanding.
I just saw that. I wasn't even paying attention. Good job, man,
Holy
Gene.
cow.
Yeah. George Fernandez caught up in a couple incidents. Comes home 10th. Michael Wambold finished in 11th. Jason Lottridge 12th. Matt Telder 13th. Dave Jones 14th. Garrett Kender 15th. And Michael Swink 16th. All those guys outside of the top 10 kind of got into trouble. They were sitting on pits at the end of the race. So just some tough deals. Tough races for some guys. But, hey, that's why we race multiple weeks. Have a bad week, come back, bounce back next week, and get you a good finish. So,
That's what short tracking's all about. It really is what short tracking's all about.
So fun race. Definitely enjoyed it. Sorry about the break I had to take in the middle, but I think we had plenty of action out there, and I think it was fun. So I want to thank Josh Oswald putting on this league, all the admins who do their part. Garrett Kender for jumping up here, helping me out towards the end of the race, and all these racers coming in and putting on a great show. So my takeaway is that the Roca boys are starting to pick up, find some speed, and which they've always had speed, but I think they're starting to contend for these race wins. They're going to be a definite championship contender, a team that's going to be hard to beat. What do you think, Kender?
You're absolutely right. The Roca guys have really taken off, and it's been kind of an all-season long type thing. I know this season just kind of started, but it seems like at least some of the Roca guys are always up, top 3, top 5, battling it out, having a good time. And, they brought down 3 of the top 5 positions here tonight. So it's speaking volumes that them as a team is getting together. There's not a whole lot of teams that happen in this whole short track end of things, but really glad to see a team aspect take off and have some really great success so far. So really anxious to see how that goes. And, hopefully I can finish a race next time. Don't have to talk to you in the booth for so long.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and let's see if we've got go ahead and pull up the schedule, and we'll at least talk about it to see where we're going, where we're headed. Next week we're headed to Bristol. Man, I can't wait for that. Man, I'm excited to see that race. I think it's going to be a good time. It always is fun in these tracks. I think Bristol's such a familiar track for most folks that it's easy to jump in here and be competitive. So I can't wait to see that. And then after Christmas we're going to hit Stafford. So Bristol's going to be a really, really fast track, really fun. So excited to get there and see what's going on. Well, for Rebel Racing Network, I'm Eddie. I want to thank everybody in chat that showed up. Mama Alex and Ratchet Miller, Kevin Kender, of course. Matt Telder showing up in chat. Joaquin, Steve McDonald, Sam Sweatstein, Brandon Wallace. I'm going to make sure I don't miss anybody. Got some spammers. Kyle Shepard showing up in chat. One ducking minor. I think that's I think that might be Mike Wombold. So I want to thank y'all for being in chat, being active, man. It's always fun to talk to y'all and let y'all be a part of the broadcast. Y'all are integral part, man. Y'all make it fun. So definitely appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.